Hey, what's happening my friends? This is Balrogs, and today I'm going to show you this new DPS build that I made using the elusive Carbine or Carbine 7. This full red build will be a good alternative for new and seasoned players looking for a strong DPS build with high critical hit damage and all of high damage. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you haven't yet or you are new to the channel, please subscribe if you find this video helpful. I will appreciate it, and it will help me grow the channel as well and keep doing more videos for you. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So Carbine 7, man, I've collected every weapon in the game, but this assault rifle along with the CTAR were the most difficult to get with decent rolls. I still have to optimize it a little bit, but the assault rifle damage and damage to target out of cover, that's the most, the two stats that I care for are maxed out. So I have to do a little bit more work on health damage, but this weapon has decent damage and decent RPM. So this weapon rocks and shreds enemies. I know it's not a higher RPM weapon like the FAMAS or the M4s or the G36 or the CTAR, but having 790 RPM is good enough to destroy everything. And while it lacks in RPM, it excels in total weapon damage. So in TU12, the Carbine 7 still is pretty much one of the top tier assault rifles in the game. This, in my opinion, is one of the hardest assault rifles to get god rolled, and finally I got a pretty close one, and with a little optimization, it can be maxed out. A good side note to remember when trying to get one or every good assault rifle or any other weapon is having as a stat one of the multiplicative damage stat, like damage out of cover like I have here, like the 10%, or damage to armor. Those two stats are a must if you want to do high damage, because in how the game calculates DPS, these two stats are not additive, they are multiplicative, and the bigger the percentage, the bigger the resulting DPS number. So for this build, I'm going with the firewall specialization because it's one of the best solo and group specializations that it will grant us. Let me show you right here. It will grant us this. It will grant us this short grip mod with 10% critical hit damage for the Carbine 7 and our M1A rifle that we're using as a secondary weapon, as well as the striker shield that will give us boost to our damage. So yeah, now the primary weapon, yeah, you guessed it, is the Carbine 7 with all critical hit damage mod. Like I'm gonna show you here, critical hit damage, 20 rounds on the magazine, the firewall 10% critical hit damage rail, and the flat hider is 5% critical hit damage as well. So now the talent that I'm using on this weapon is In Sync. That will give me 30% of weapon damage when using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill. So I'm using the shield. So using the shield, it will give me it will get me to 30% weapon damage for 5 seconds. So it will give me 30% weapon damage in those 5 seconds when the shield is deployed. After those 5 seconds, you only get 50% of weapon damage. That's why I have to redeploy the shield every time I'm in a fight to get that burst of damage on those 5 seconds. So as a secondary weapon, I have the Baker's Dozen. You can use a very good M1A rifle, or another weapon of your choice will do. I mean, it could be Sweet Dreams or another one exotic. I don't know, whatever weapon you like as a secondary, as well as the pistol. The actual build consists in one Coyote's Mask, one Grupo, one Cheska, one Fenris, and the Contractor's Glove and the Fox Spray or knee pads. All of those gears have critical hit damage and critical hit chance as the stats, and as the mods of those gears we need I'm aiming for critical hit damage. So with this you should sit around 50% critical hit chance and 150 plus critical hit damage. So why I don't get to 60% critical hit chance is because of the Coyote's Mask. Then, as it shows here in the talent, when you hit, the last enemy you hit is between 50 and 25 meters, you get 10% critical hit damage and that remaining 10% critical hit chance. And above 25 meters you get 24% critical hit chance, so you go above 60, so that doesn't matter. So the Coyote's Mask gives me the remaining critical hit chance. So the backpack, the talent is Vigilance, so that increases my total weapon damage by 25%. If I take damage, it will disable this about 4 seconds. For the chest piece, I use Obliterate, and critical hits increase my total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds. So it stacks up to 25 times, so you will have 25% weapon damage for 5 seconds. As a holster, you have the Fenris, God roll with critical damage and critical hit chance. And the most important pieces of this build, and I think any other DPS build right now in this game, is the Contractor's Glove and the Fox Sprayer knee pads. Again, with eye rolls, with critical hit damage and critical hit chance. And like I said before, those two, the Fox Sprayer and the Contractor's Glove, are the most important pieces because the stats, the damage to armor in the gloves and the damage to target out of cover in the knee pads, are multiplicative in the calculation of DPS. And finally, my two skills are the Reviver Hive and the Striker Shield. There you have it, guys, a different kind of build without firewall, any Providence gear. You always see 3 Providence in almost every DPS build. This is tailored for assault rifle as a Carbine 7, and I did a few tests on this build with comparing it with others, and this one is the one that does more damage because of the Coyote's Mask and the Contractor and Fox Sprayer knee pads. So, well, I hope you guys can find your Carbine 7. If you haven't, just keep looking. I mean, it will drop with good rolls, and you can optimize them. And you can try this build. I mean, you can try this build with any other high RPM weapon if you like. It will be as good as the Carbine 7. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video is helpful to you guys, and remember to hit that like button. Comment if you have any questions. If you have this build or any other similar build, what weapon do you use? Or if you go for a lot of critical hit damage, anything, just comment down below. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Please subscribe so you can help my channel to grow and to keep bringing more videos to you. So thank you guys, I appreciate it, and see you on the next video. See ya, ciao.
Shit. Shit.
We're smashing everybody.